I think this is basically the second day doing this, and I'll be done with the rocks today. I'm gonna kind of get slope going this way. I'm gonna do 1/8 of an inch every foot. So before I get these rocks in here, because I want the concrete to be at least 6 inches thick, I'm gonna go ahead and mark what's 1/8 of an inch up every foot all the way up to here. I'm gonna mark 6 inches down, which will be where the gravel is. And then I'll kind of know how much to fill this thing. Because I would much rather not overfill it and have to take it out. Just one time in, level, and we're good to go. There we go. Now I'm going 6 inches down. All right. Same thing over here. Be easy and it might be a little bit of a battle, but I need to connect the new rebar to the existing rebar. I'm going to be trying to find the existing rebar in here. I need to bond them together. When I did this pull, every bit of metal, the light, ladder, everything is all connected to the exact same copper wire that then goes to a ground rod. Real easily I could drill through this and put a new ground rod. You need to have them all bonded together. I've seen on forums people talk about someone that built a pool and it wasn't all bonded together correctly. Their muscles would kind of cramp just because of the voltage difference when you're in the water. I wish I had a demolition jack, but I don't. If this gives me a problem, maybe I'll buy one. Today to start, we have an angle grinder with a blade. I also have my circular saw with a blade. These won't go too deep, and I also know that this rebar is at least 3 inches in. So I would not want to cut the rebar, but knowing that the rebar is further inside than I can cut, I'm gonna try to cut out a sliver. And then the rest, I'm gonna use like a my Hilti and just kind of drill in and try to find it. It's my dog. Her name's Momo, or Matoro. She's 13. She's been out here for a lot of these projects. I know there's rebar right near the plumbing, so I don't want to get near that. Above that, there's rebar 12 inches above right here, which I don't want to cut into here. So basically, I'm going for a vertical piece. Therefore, I'm just gonna cut horizontally. Hopefully I don't blow it and get like dead center of where there's no rebar, but I'm gonna do about 12-inch cuts and then go in there and hope to find a vertical piece of rebar. With the angle grinder, this is where we're at. I have not found the rebar, but I did look up photos and I have my drain right here. And I actually know there's probably rebar right about here. And I believe this is where the rebar is. I had to go to Harbor Freight today before it closed to get a tarp. I don't have a tarp without holes in it. I just kind of have a bunch of old, thin, crappy ones that I was given because they had holes in it. So I bought a new tarp, Harbor Freight, 12mm thick. So hopefully I could take good care of this one. It being the thickest, and hopefully it will last. It's gonna rain tonight and tomorrow, so I didn't want this thing to get filled up with water. And then I saw this thing on sale. The cost of this was almost the same as one rental. So even if this works 1 or 2 times, I'm happy about it. Perfect time, perfect situation, because I don't know how insane this is gonna be. So if anyone has used these from Harbor Freight, let me know how it went for you. Has it lasted? Was it worth it? Oh, that thing's heavy. How about that weed? I read the instruction manual. I always like to read instruction manuals because I think you should, but also sometimes there's things that'll surprise you in there, or you learn how to use the tool better, things like that. But this was pretty straightforward. Keep it greased, keep it clean. I don't know how much of that I filmed because the battery died, but dude, I'm so happy. So look at that. So this is our number 4 rebar. So I did pour this like 12 inches wide at this area. I was the one that dug it out, and definitely went a little overkill, used too much concrete, which hopefully is only a good thing. I'm gonna keep chipping away at this, expose it more. Oh yeah, I also wanted to tell you my review of this at the moment is it's been amazing. This has been cutting like butter, so super happy. So look at that thing. There it is. It looks crazy deep. All right, so it's only 6 inches in there. But like I said, the shell is 12, so that technically is right in the middle, which makes this thing seem so thick, it's crazy. Yeah, what a victory. So I'm gonna clean this up. That's it for today. It's gonna get dark soon. I'm gonna go ahead and set up this tarp so the water does not get in here. All right, we are back. I have a small break from work. So 2 missions right now. I have a bronze ground clamp for direct burial. This will fit onto the rebar in here. I don't know if you can see that. That will fit onto there, and I'll have number 6 solid copper wire attaching in a spot to this rebar cage. As I'm doing this, I'm also gonna kind of tackle this. So this will attach to a bubbler, and I am going to try to drill this out today. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this first. I'm gonna make a mess. That sounds right. I'm gonna make a mess first, try to free up this pipe. That'll be first mission. And then I'm gonna connect this pipe, connect rebar to that, have also the grounding clamp attached to that. So I'm drilling this out, and luckily I never ever touch the PVC pipe. When I get thin enough, I kind of wanted to show you. Now we're gonna use this as the tripod. So I'm just using this because I don't want to apply a lot of force, but you see, if you get it thin enough, look at that. It just chips away like that, and you have a fresh PVC pipe. I am gonna cut this a little bit off because it did of course get dinged and stuff, so I'm gonna have a nice clean cut here, but instead of time lapse, just wanted to pop in, see how it chips like that, and just kind of show you. Quite satisfying. All right, back to time lapse. Look at all that plaster. I was using my angle grinder, and then I just got out the demolition hammer. And kind of a perfect stopping point, I made it to my hydrostatic concrete, which prevents any leakage. I put that on there before the plaster. So I did concrete, hydrostatic concrete around here, plaster over top. So right when I saw the hydrostatic concrete, I stopped. That's a perfect spot to get my coupling in. So yeah, basically all of this demo is done. I still have my holes to screw here for the rebar, and here I'll just show you. First thing I'm doing is I'm gonna use this here purple primer, medium clear PVC cement, and we're gonna get a coupling on here, get the plumbing out. I've already prepped and cleaned the surfaces. We're applying the purple primer first inside the fitting, making a mess because I'm over rocks, and I want to add a very generous amount because no one will see this. It says it on it. I've read everything I buy, but I think it says wait 5 to 10 seconds before applying the cement. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, buddy. Oh, lost some. Too bad. Generous amount to the outside of the pipe, the inside of the fitting. I'm facing it down so it doesn't get onto this side. Push in as far as you can, and then you give it a quarter turn, and you hold it for 30 seconds. All right, coupling is on. I don't think I said this earlier, but everything I'm using, this coupling, this pipe, it's all Schedule 40. Does anyone else get purple primer everywhere every time they use it? It's insane. I think I'm gonna bend this pipe. Maybe like 10 degrees, get the perfect spot. This is my conveyor dryer. It's so messy in here, I'm pretty embarrassed. But I had a heat press break yesterday. My printer has been broken for a week and then we just got it back. And I just left everything messy. But everything is back up and working. Yeah, saying that because I'm insecure because it's really gross in here. Anyway, when bending PVC, 250 Fahrenheit to 275 degrees Fahrenheit is when it starts to bend. However, you do not want to go over 300. The fumes it gives off is bad. And also, if you heat it too much, it will actually start to hurt the integrity of the plastic. So we're just going with 250. This is my little heat gun. I mean, yeah, as early as it bends, I try to bend it because I'm assuming the hotter it gets, the more it could hurt the integrity of the plastic. It's kind of like cooking a hot dog, you know? You just kind of slowly roll it around because the heat source is coming from the top. Oh yeah, so I'm starting to get 220s, 230s, so I'm pulling it out. Try to bend it. Yep, so we're gonna keep that. Look at that nice bend. So I'm just gonna hold it here and try to have it dry while it's still hot, because if you bend it and walk away, it will return to its original form, or at least try to. That gives me a little wiggle room. There you go, can you see that? All right, we're good to go. (7'1" is the center. I need to bend this thing more. We need 3 inches. Alright, so we have our fitting there. That's our dead center rock. Very professional. And you can see the nice little curve we made in the pipe. I wanted to show you guys the bubbler. This is the little bubbler we use. It goes down, it's rubber, so if your feet hit it, it doesn't hurt you. And also, it screws on. You can always screw it shut so nothing comes out. Oh, if you want this bubbler, it's linked in the description below. Noise. Kind of a ramble and a rant. But I was just telling my wife how much I love YouTube. I love the comments. I had a few funny ones on a pour I did over there because I stuck the hand right in the mixer as it was on. And you guys are not wrong. One of them was just like, he's a bad man, putting his hand in the mixer. I agree. This is DIY. I am not a professional. And I'll try to keep saying that. So it's like, hey, use this for entertainment. And yeah, do not treat this as a professional person doing professional jobs. But one thing that scares me about the comments is, as I'm doing this under concrete in a pool, doing the plumbing, is that there will be better ways to do things. And there are smarter people out there that will comment the better ways. And what always scares me is that it sucks I don't learn this until after I post the videos. And I'm scared that there will be something that I severely mess up under the concrete. And then someone goes, hey, you did this. But if I didn't post the video, I would never know. And so like peace of mind, I would be happy since that comment exists. And then I know what they're talking about and I did mess up. Then I'll just like obsess about it forever. Because I am a little bit of an obsessive person. Anyway, these comments will help future me out. Learn more. So even though I'm messing up this project, and I'm definitely gonna do something not perfect, the hard reality is I will mess up, but hopefully there will be more projects and more life in the future, so I will learn from my mistakes. And a big reason of why I will learn from my mistakes is from you guys in your comments. It'd be funny if I had that rant and then I just sliced through my hand right now. Beautiful, look at it. It's glorious. All right, I'm throwing this on time mode. So this will be the bubbler. It will have this attached to it. I put this on it just so no rocks or debris get into it. I'll probably do something different when I do concrete to make sure no concrete gets on or around any of the threads. I assembled this first, and then when I put the elbow onto this piece, I had my level, making sure it was level this way. Before I do rebar, we're gonna try to get the gravel to the perfect height. I'm doing at least 6 inches deep. 6.5 would be the goal. Use my hand tamper to try to compress any rock we can. Just a 2x4 and a tape measure. Try to get my 6 inches, fill in, take out when needed. You're going on time lapse, sir, okay? And we're gonna do this. I wish I had probably another 300 pounds of gravel, but doing a couple extra bags of concrete is always better, I would think. This is my final check. The rest of the area is good to go, tamped down, and right at about 6 inches or a little over. 6. All right. That took a lot more time than I thought. Mostly because I didn't have enough gravel, so I was like scavenging around my yard, looking for things to fill. Oh, buddy, I gotta sit. Oh my God. Like I say in every video, I'm just a homeowner doing some DIY out here. So I've used this anchoring adhesive quite a few times, and that's why I cut everything first, drill the hole, you know, ready to go. Once this thing's open, do it. It hardened up after the first 2 holes. I don't know if you saw in the time lapse, but I was like, whatever, I'm already bent down here. I might as well get this one hole, then get the other, instead of doing one at a time hammer. And then by the time I went to do the 3rd hole, it was already hard. That's insane. So that's a nice lesson for me, I guess, because then I used the 2nd top, and then I would just use it, hammer, use it, hammer. It never got super hard, you know, it worked properly. Like, I think that was like, it sat there for, let's say, 1 to 2 minutes, and it was just instantly hard, which means the product is doing what it should do, but my God. Then I was all stressed out, bent over, improperly bent over, and just going as fast as I could, probably unnecessarily. So I went from being relaxed to probably going faster than I need. So it looks real sloppy right now, but once we get those rebar ties, maybe a little bend here or there, I think we'll get cleaned up and look nice. I'm gonna take a break. It sucked. Crazy. It's crazy, I started this project a month ago. There was like 3-4 inches of ice. Now I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. and it's nice out. I'm about to finish up the rebar today, and I wanted to tell you what I totally regret and what I kind of messed up on. I did number 5 rebar up here. I haven't really worked with number 5 rebar. I've done number 4. I built the pool with number 4. Number 4 is a little more malleable. You can bend it and stuff. So really, like, if my angles were a little off when I was drilling with number 4, you can totally pretty easily bend it down and get the perfect height. So I do like all the holes that I drilled, but number 5 is just so tough. I could hit it with a sludge to like slightly bend it, but I also anchored it into the wall, so I'm worried that could, you know, hurt the integrity there. What I'm getting at is I don't like how high it is off the rocks. I am gonna try to kind of like stomp it and see if I can bend it. Knowing what I know now about number 5, I should have, when I was drilling, gotten it really perfect, extremely parallel with the ground, because really it was slightly at an angle, and now it pulled the whole cage up. And what you want, you would rather have the cage further to the bottom for structural integrity. I did look up code, and it depends on the project you're doing. If it's a 4-inch slab, if it's outside, inside, submerged in water. Mine is submerged in water, so you want at least 2 inches from the top of your concrete to your rebar. And so I did check everything there. There's just one area over there where it's like 2 inches. This is kind of the ugliest rebar cage I've ever made. I am gonna do a few things more. I have this rebar here that I will bend around the radius. That helps for cracks along the edge. So right at 1.5 inches, water can penetrate through and start to rust that rebar. Lessons learned. Always lessons learned. Okay. This is a umbrella stand. It is plastic. This is for 1.5 inch umbrellas to 1.75 inches. And there is a sleeve. So, you know, you could do either one if you would like. So what I'm gonna do with these is I'm gonna concrete these in place. So really I'll just be concreting the bottom, leaving the rest of the 6 inches for the current pour. As in I'm not gonna, you know, concrete in place all high. Nice. I love that. It is about 1/16 of an inch too low, which is great because it's a lot easier to pull this thing up than it is to bring it down. I think I'm gonna do 2 umbrella stands. I don't exactly know where yet. I'm going to make a form right here, and then basically I will screed to that as much as I can for the pour. But basically I'm putting in the form so that I can throw a 2x4 on top and know exactly the height of that, the height of that, and the height of that when I concrete those in just a bit. They can't see you.
Oh, where do I have to go?
I'm just kidding, I don't know, they can see you.
Wife.
She's less awkward than me. It's true. I have my umbrella stands marked out. I'm doing 2 to keep them symmetrical. It's approximately 3 feet away from both sides. That'll give me enough distance to where if I have 2 8-foot umbrellas or 7-foot umbrellas, they still can fit perfectly. Anyway, we're mixing concrete. All right, so this one was a little off and a little hard to move. So all I was doing was this extra from the rebar tie, this is the metal that comes with the rebar ties. I push it over with my hand, give it a few cranks. All right, I guess that's it. So 2 more cranks. This thing will now be super tight, sit there. It is level. And now jiggle that concrete in there. 2.5 liters of water was very nice. Pretty firm slump. Always check before you leave. This is also something I'm gonna, as it dries, I'll be coming back and kind of making sure everything's good as it dries. Yep, good to go. All of these are pretty much hard now, and they were checked the whole time as it was drying. This thing is ready for concrete. I'm mixing by bag. Lowe's will deliver in 2 days, and hopefully we'll get this thing poured and good to go. Thanks for watching, guys. I will see you in 2 days. Peace.